Good. So you're going to get both yes or no, okay?
Yeah.
So if you get a no, you're going to explain it a little bit more, but if you get a yes, then you can probably just verbalize it, right? And so a balance sheet, Caesar, is something that every company in this country has, all right? And when you look at a balance sheet, if you Google it, ChatGPT it, it's basically a big T, and in the left side and the right side, split by the middle, right? On the left are assets, out are liabilities, okay? And most businesses have a number of different assets and liabilities. The most common asset is cash, right? That's something that they own, it's theirs. The other most common asset is inventory, all right? And if you're an accounting major, cut it out. Nobody cares about anything else, okay?
Yeah.
All right, stop at those two. These are the most two common things people realize. Accounts receivables basically here, and you can go down the list, but nobody cares about that, all right? Liabilities, most people, biggest liability is payroll, every week, bi-weekly, and interest on loans, right? Two is your number. Don't go past that,
Yeah.
right? So if you think about the company, right? I see you're wearing this brand. I see you shop. Where'd you go to lunch? Where'd you go to breakfast? Where'd you go to dinner last night? That's a company that you bought from, right? They have this. Every single company in this country has this, all right? But if every company in this country has this, we also have it as an individual. We each have a balance sheet. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? The FLS is what we just went over. That's your balance sheet,
Right.
right? And so, and then this is when you start to draw, all right? I just did this. You can do this too on paper with the client, but usually it's just a verbal conversation. Draw up the T again, right? If I look at the typical person's balance sheet, it's assets on the left and expenses on the right. All right? So most people's biggest asset is cash that they have and investments. All right? And under the investments category is the 401k.
Yeah.
And in this region, I would even include TSP. You guys know what that is, right?
Yes, sir.
You probably rolled over a lot of it.
Duh.
And then IRAs, right? Cash could be checking, savings, example, right? What are the most two common expenses for people? Mortgage,
Vehicle.
and any kind of loans, right? Credit card, auto. A third, and this is where you go to 3, okay? A third big expense, right? And what actually is an expense is a lot of insurance policies. Not the specific ones that I'm talking to you about, but your auto and your home. Why would you agree with me? You're paying on a monthly, quarterly basis into these auto or renters, right? Policy. The reason why it's an expense is because you're not building any cash in it.
Whoa.
Right? You're not, and this is what you do. You're not building any cash in it, right? And our conversation that I'm here to tell you about is an index universal life policy that builds cash in the policy. So after you pay your premiums, then the cash inside of it is yours. You can access it. That's why people look at it as cash. And here's your magic line. When people look at their IUL policy as an asset, they start looking at it how to get it funded.
Yeah.
Right? Most people look at this as a percentage of their income. That should be a percentage line, sorry, it was a little sloppy. Percentage of their income. Just like you apply a percentage of your income to your 401k or TSP, a lot of people look at the IUL as a similar asset where you should be putting a percentage of your income into the life insurance IUL. Right? So think about it. 4,000 401k, right? If you buy 7% of $100,000 income, that's where you're getting to that number.
Whoa, wait a minute.
That's where you're getting to that number.
Break that down one more time.
So think of it $100,000 income, right? If you apply 5% of your income towards your IUL, because it's an asset, it's not a bill.
Ooh.
What is that in a year? 5,000. That's 600 a month. And so that's the line right there. That's the whole. I got one clap. Thank you. That's the whole.
So hold on, you're saying 5%, you should be putting 5%?
So that's a great question. So I love how that's the next thing that they say, right? Because because what people are gonna ask you, well, what percentage should I do? The response to that is people do on it between 5 to 10%.
A year.
A year.
That's after taxes.
That's after taxes, correct.
So that take home,
So 5 to 10%.
Transition one more time from, you should put cash in the IUL, and then how did you come up with that number again? You should put cash up, you should put cash in the IUL.
No. So
I'm sorry.
So let's go back to this point, right? So expense, right? Insurance is actually considered an expense too. Specific insurance accounts like auto, renter's insurance, and home insurance, right? Because those are policies that are just gonna be there for a claim.
Yeah.
You're not building anything inside of them. You're not building any cash inside of them. So it's technically not an asset. The IUL I'm here to talk to you about is building cash, right? And so when you look at it, and so that's the hook there. But then the close is when people look at their IUL as an asset, they start looking at what percentage of my income can I contribute to it? And the real term is to say the most high earners. Most high earners do between 5 to 10%.
Lord, now I get it. Let's go, give it up.